The following contest is a singles bout set for one fall to decide the New Generation Wrestling's Women's Championship. Introducing first,
very few athletes have had the year in British wrestling that Rhio has had, but one of the few blemishes on her record this year is the fact that she wasn't able to become the first ever NGW Women's Champion, and Tempest, that is a blemish that she hopes to erase from her record here tonight.
That is very much a wrong that Rhio is looking to strike from the record here, and Lizzy Evo is very much talented enough to be the NGW Women's Champion, but the circumstances in which she won that championship certainly leave an asterisk on her record. This match means just as much to Lizzy as it does to Rhio, with both women now on even ground.
Yeah, last time around when these two competed, as we saw, Rhio had already competed once earlier in the night. So they are starting, as you said, from the same place here tonight. What will happen when Rhio is 100% fresh, as she is here in Hull City Hall?
And now, introducing the champion.
To your point, Tempest, a minute ago, there is no one who has run more rampantly through a division than Lizzy Evo has in the women's division here in NGW since the company relaunched post-pandemic. In fact, the only person who has ever defeated Lizzy Evo here in NGW is Alexis Falcon. Falcon's still on the shelf, and we continue to wish her well with her recovery. But Evo just absolutely brimming over with confidence, given her win-loss record here.
Right you are, Dave, and I go back to my point that Lizzy Evo on paper should be unquestionably top of the list of people most deserving to be the NGW Women's Championship based on her talent alone, but it's how she's gone about winning that championship that has led many people to believe that she is still an undeserving figure to sit atop our women's division.
Yeah, if the only variable was talent, then Lizzy Evo would be among the most popular competitors in all of New Generation Wrestling, but unfortunately, the way she comports herself, the way she talks to the crowd, you're seeing it here, is such that, well, she doesn't really do herself any favors in the popularity stakes. She's not here to be popular. She's here to hold on to the Women's Championship, and that is her aim as the bell rings.
We are underway here in Hull. And you got to keep in mind, it was not only just that Rhio had wrestled multiple matches in the same night when she wrestled Lizzy Evo last, but it was also the shot from the foreign object that cost Rhio that match from Lizzy Evo. So now Rhio surely will have eyes in the back of her head and making sure that the same does not happen twice.
It wasn't just any old match that Rhio had prior to her contest with Evo last time. It was against Nina Samuels, who herself is one of the best wrestlers in the country. Evo shrugging her shoulders, can't quite understand why she's not getting the reception that Rhio is.
There's no question who the more popular wrestler in this match is, but Lizzy Evo yucking it up for the crowd. playing mind games with the crowd more than anything. She knows that she's not going to get cheered.
Rhio from not that far down the road from here. Yorkshire lass. Unbreakable is her nickname, and Lizzy Evo's going to test the truth behind that nickname here. Once the showboating finishes, these two circling each other. We're about to get down to business, I think. Here we go, Rhio taking the legs away early, going for the punches. Evo trying to cover up here, but not the start the champion would have wanted.
Immediately creating some distance is Lizzy Evo. Still paying attention to the remarks from the outside. She's going to have to put that out of her mind if she wants to have a successful title defense here.
If you're going to allow the comments from the fans to get in your head that much, then don't antagonize the fans. This is entirely self-inflicted from Evo. Side headlock here from Rhio. Evo, our first ever women's champion, looking to make sure that Rhio doesn't become the second ever. Sends Rhio to the ropes. A shoulder block from Rhio. Evo goes down. That was something of a mismatch in terms of who was going to come off the better.
Right you are. Rhio has the strength advantage here. Lizzy is going to have to try and use her own strengths to her advantage to find a way to take Rhio down. We've spoken at length now about Rhio having to compete in 2 matches in the same night, one against Nita Samuels, the second against Lizzy Evo, and that completely changes your game plan. When you go into a night of action, your confidence has to be at an all-time high to even make it out of the first match, but your focus is split across multiple performers. You are so much less likely to be at your best, but Rhio at her best here.
Not her best right at this second because Lizzy Evo is taking control of the match. Rhio dropping down to a knee to prevent herself being lifted in that suplex. Evo will try again. Rhio does the same thing a second time. Now Evo, a shot trying to weaken the resolve of the challenger by striking her right in the back of the neck. She's going to try a third time for the suplex, and this time Rhio with a reversal. Rhio with the run-up. The dropkick sends Evo, the back of her head, bouncing off the turnbuckle.
An explosive shotgun dropkick that was. Now a step-up knee in the corner and a snapmare takedown.
Kick to the back of the head, doubling down onto the damage onto the back of the head. There is another effort there from Rhio, the first real near fall of the match, and it came to the challenger.
Lizzy starting the very beginning of this match on the back foot. And driven into the corner with a forearm strike.
You can understand why Rhio's come out all guns blazing here, because she is extremely motivated, like we talked about, to right that wrong as she sees it from earlier in the year. She's been, I'm sure, dwelling on that in her mind for a number of months now. Drop toe hold from Evo, and Evo as delightful as ever afterwards.
And that's right, Rhio has had such an incredible year, aside from that one lone blemish, and it would mean a lot to her to add the NGW Women's Championship to her list of accomplishments in what has otherwise been a very successful year.
Look at Evo taunting the referee's count there. Knew she had to break it before the count of 5, but the smirk on her face, counting along before finally breaking it up at 4. But after that, took too much time, again distracted by the crowd, and you saw Rhio took advantage and tripped her up.
It's like we've said thus far, when Lizzy takes her eye off the ball, that is when she is at her worst here. She takes it upon herself to distract herself with the jeers from the fans or with the comments from the referee, when she needs to be absolutely focused to be at her best to take down Rhio in this match.
Rhio, he sends Evo face first there into the ring apron. Needed any more proof of the credentials of Rhio, that victory that we saw her have against Ivy at Collision Course. Once more solidifying that she is one of the best in the country right now, because Ivy, very, very difficult nut to crack, so to speak. Rhio was able to do it.
Rhio ducks a clothesline with the waist lock now. The knee driven into the midsection by Lizzy.
You saw the impact of that. It took Rhio right down onto her knees, knocked the wind out of the challenger. Evo, when she gets down to it, real street fighter. There's a grit, a determination to the in-ring style of the so-called Queen of the Liver Birds.
That's it. You don't come to call yourself the Queen of the Scousers without a little bit of grit. And a bit of grit being shown now from Rhio as well, with a big kick coming out of the corner.
Evo, I think, face planted on the turnbuckle and a running crossbody there from Rhio, and a kick out on 2. Evo is living dangerously here in this title defense.
I think it's safe to say, through the early goings of this match, it has been mostly Rhio holding the advantage here. Lizzie is going to have to mount some sustained offense if she wants to have a comeback here.
The danger here for Evo is not just she's absorbing this offense at the moment, so hard hitting, heavy artillery from Rhio, you can't survive it for long. Evo that time moved out of the way, hits an uppercut.
And taunting the crowd while she does it. Into the cover now.
Going for the pin again, and a 2 count before Rhio kicked out. Evo does have that ability to turn things on a dime, immediately changing the match's momentum back in her favor.
Well, it's like we've said all along, Lizzy Evo is one of the most talented women's wrestlers we have on this roster. She just needs to focus a bit more on winning this match and a little bit less on the comments from the fans.
Are you going to give her that critique? You're going to go tell her?
No, I don't believe that I will. I do not need to be the subject of any more of Lizzy Evo's disdain.
This match might be close to being over because that camel clutch here applied by Evo. Tremendous pressure, not just on the chin and the neck there, but on the lower back. You see Evo's body weight just arching that back of Rhio.
Rhio able to free herself. Lizzie drives her back down. A very bad angle for Rio's back to be at. It's debilitating once you start inflicting injury and damage to the back of an opponent. It takes out their legs. It takes out all of their twisting motion. And think about how many wrestling moves involve that twisting motion. The power slams and various other maneuvers, of course.
Hold on, though. Rhio lost her temper there. I think Evo hit her in the face one too many times, and Rhio is fired up now. Here come the clotheslines from Rhio. Evo ducked that one. A knee to the kidney there, getting Evo back on top. Or is it? With a headbutt from Rhio. Evo knocked silly by that one. Rhio getting fired up, perhaps sensing the NGW Women's Championship is in her immediate future. Evo escapes the fireman's carry though. Follows Rhio to the ropes. These two picking up the pace, and it's a spinning heel kick there from Rhio. Hit Evo right in the jaw. Is this the moment? No, it isn't. The left shoulder pops up for the champion.
A very long exchange there. Both women trying to hit that one big move that might knock the other out. And for a moment, it looked like Rhio was going to be that one to hit that move, but it was only just a 2 count. Now she needs to keep the pressure on.
Rhio picking up Evo. Looking here maybe. Fisherman suplex, couldn't get it. Went for the clothesline. Evo ducks. Rear waistlock now from the champion. You see Rhio trying to relinquish the grip, which she's done, and now able to grab that left arm. Got a wrist lock here. Evo ends up in a pump handle position. It's a pump handle slam from Rhio. Another chance for the challenger, and another kick out from Lizzy Evo. Rhio tries again and once more into that fireman's carry position.
Ushikaroshi!
Rhio may have knocked the champion out. History about to be made, maybe, but Lizzy Evo, by the slimmest of margins, keeps herself in the contest.
That was by far the best chance that Rhio had to this point in this match, but still, you gotta give it up for Lizzy Evo and her own fighting spirit, still managing to kick out at 2. Rhio now again with the rear waist lock.
Rhio trying to stay on the champion. Elbow from Evo. That one definitely hit its target. Yeah, the back of the head there as well. The head's colliding. Maybe by design on Evo's part. There's a clothesline from Evo. Evo folds up Rhio. Rhio just able to roll through and get her shoulders up off the canvas in time.
what's this now?
Got her own elbow pad. She's going to use it to choke Rhio. Referee sees it. Evo being told to break it. I'm not sure Evo's particularly concerned if she gets disqualified. She'd hold on to the championship that way.
It just continues to go to show that Lizzy Evo will go to any lengths possible to retain this championship.
Wait, what's this now? She's grabbed hold of the women's championship belt. Referee is distracted, tending to Rhio. Evo with the title. Almost hit the referee. Rhio ducked out of the way. Now the roll up here. Roll up from Rhio. It's backfired for Evo, and it nearly cost her the championship. There's a need for the jaw. Step up Enziguri from Rhio. Evo pulls the hair. Desperation move, maybe. The Virgil Van Strike. That running knee from Lizzy Evo. That's how she won the title in the first place, and it's how she retains it here tonight in Hull.
Here is your winner, and still NGW Women's Champion, Lizzy Evo.
Well, they were both on even ground on this occasion, and still it was not enough to dethrone our NGW Women's Champion, Lizzy Evo. It's going to take a very, very special competitor to wrest that belt from the grasp of our Women's Champion.
Now, one such special competitor may be Hull's own Alexis Falcon, who I'm sure as she continues to rehabilitate her injury will have been watching this with interest. But Falcon's chance to become a champion is a matter for another night. Tonight belongs to Lizzy Evo. And the championship matches keep coming here in Hull City Hall because it is the finals of the NGW Tag Team Championship Tournament on the way in just a few moments' time. Don't go anywhere as Eternal Glory continues.